Hey folks, Dave Parrish here with Knack Builders, doing another video for you folks. Please, if you like these videos, like them on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to my channel. But today's topic is, get rid of this, require users to change their password. Now there's a setting in Knack that has for the general app that makes it change every 60 days. I'm going to show you that real quick, but this isn't what I'm talking about. This would be, for example, you're creating your own users. Maybe it's a new app and you're uploading a bunch of people, or you have to create new users so that they don't self-create themselves. In which case, if they did, they can make their own password. But for security reasons, when you create them as a user and then an email can go out to them either via Knack or on your own, you could have some default password that you always use, or you can even have something that using text formulas or other things that grabs the first letter of their last name and the numbers of their phone number, creates some sort of unique password. But it's not a bad idea for these new type of users to force them, before they can use the app, to change their password for security purposes. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's jump into this. I'm going to call up an app. Here we go. The first thing I mentioned, the setting you can have for Knack, go under that arrow next to the name of the app. Use your logins. There's a bunch of settings. You can have heightened security here. One of them expires every 60 days, and so that forces them to do that. This really isn't what I'm talking about. Again, this is more like you're creating your own user. You got a new salesperson, a manager creates their account for them, an email goes to them, a password is set, but you want more security. You don't want them using the app till they create their own password. This is what this is going to accomplish. So let's go to data. And whatever user we're talking about, we're going to put a field in here. And this is going to be a short video, and it revolves around one of the things that I love is page rules that are really powerful. But in the account that you want to control the passwords with, create something called password update or rechange password, whatever. It's just a yes, no. Make its default option to no. So when this account is created, this value is no. And then let's go over to the pages side. And here's one of the users that we're doing this with. Now we have their login. Then we have the content on their home page. And this has a bunch of content here. This is tracking some sort of studies that they're involved with. But there's multiple things of content here, one of which is change your password. And this is just a simple thing. You just create a piece of content, add a view, add a form. You're going to not add a new, you're going to update a record, and then you're going to update the actual user. You can do accounts, but I'm doing users because some accounts don't have this. Regardless, let's get out of this. So you have that piece of content on here, along with other content. Here's where page rules come in. Well, let's finish this. You're going to you're just going to make that. It's going to default when you make the form a bunch of things. You can get rid of all those. You can keep the title, update your password. That's the only thing that's going to show. And the only input you're going to put in is password. I have their name here too, but I made it a default read only. So you do this and put in the password, and then require them to, you can do this or not, but this says they have to use their current password to be able to change it to a new one. And this will give you whatever you need. So let's go back to the main page. Now here's where form rules come in. Form rule. If the user password update is no, then we're going to hide stuff. And we're going to hide the other content here. Still going to say sponsor home, logged in is going to go away, your studies is going to go away. And by the way, we have a second thing here. I'm not going to get into this. It operates very similarly. This is EULA is their license agreement. So periodically they update their user license, and and this does the same thing. When it's updated, they're forced to sign it. So the first time they're doing it, they're going to change their password and sign off on the user agreement. So that's what it does. And once that turns to yes, password is yes, then what we're going to do is we're going to hide the change password because they already took care of it. It's done. That's as simple as this is. It's, again, page rules allows us because they're really powerful. If you need someone to change your password, and I imagine there's some reason, some use case, you as the admin may want everyone to change their password again. Maybe you thought your spreadsheet got out there, you didn't want to get out. I don't know. Whatever the case was, you could go in there and run a task on any of the users, make a task that resets this thing to everyone for no, and then the rules are going to take over, and next time they try to log in, they're going to have to change their password again. That's if you don't want to use the 60-day thing. That's it. That's all I got. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.